Hello everyone, today we're going to be testing out my new Ohuhu markers. Yay! Don't worry, not sponsored. Hi, my name's Mary if you're new here, and this is my art channel. And as I just mentioned, today we are going to be testing out my new Ohuhu markers. Now, I have wanted Ohuhu markers for the longest time. I have wanted to try out their alcohol markers for years now, and recently I was watching some art videos from some other people and they were using Ohuhu markers, and I was just like, stuff it, I'm gonna buy some. So I bought their 320 pack of Honolulu markers, and they are, let me tell you, they are so good. They are amazing. They are so smooth to work with. They're just amazing. But before I get into that, in this video today I am testing them out by doing two pieces. So the first piece that's on the screen now is just like free drawing, no line art or anything like that. I'm just going with the flow with these markers and really like testing them in the way that I love to sketch. And I normally sketch by just using like an ink medium, like a pen, or textures as we say in Australia, or markers as you might say in like America or something. And so that's what I'm doing for this first piece, and I love these markers. I have not used alcohol markers since I was like 15 years old when I got some Copic markers, and I've missed them so much. It is taking me some time to get used to them because it has been so long since I have used any alcohol markers. But let me tell you, I cannot express enough how much I am enjoying them. I genuinely love them, and they've sort of reignited my flame for doing art again. I know that sounds strange, but or maybe it doesn't. Maybe you know exactly what I mean if you're another artist. But yeah, it's just like I got home from getting the package, and I went to my room and I was like, I am going to play with these immediately. But before I did that, like I opened the package and I looked inside the box, and they were all over the place. They were all higgledy-piggledy, not organized very well at all. And there were of course the color swatch sheets that were empty, and so as I reorganized the markers into a color pattern that I wanted, I also filled in the swatch sheets, and honestly I was having such a fun time doing that. Even like it actually took me a few hours because I was having such a good time and I was really relaxed. I just had a show on in the background, so yeah, that was fun. But now I'm on to the main piece of this video today. It's a mandala, of course. But yeah, I wanted to see how well they would work with a lined piece, and especially with my fine liners. I'm not sure, well, I am now, but at the time I wasn't sure how well they would work together, because I actually have no idea whether my fine liners are water-based or not. I mean, I assume they probably are, but I didn't know. So I wanted to test out how well they would work together. I'm still not quite used to the bleeding yet, because it has been so long since I've last used alcohol markers, and as you might know, alcohol markers do bleed a lot, and because these are brand new ones, they bleed quite extensively, and so you really need to be very light with your touch to the paper, if that makes sense. Like, when you're putting the marker to the paper, you really need to be light with it if you don't want it to go over the lines. And so I struggled with that quite a bit when beginning this piece. Excuse me. And I did struggle with it a little bit throughout, but there were some points where I was like really focusing in on that issue, and I was like, yes, I've got to be aware of this, and I would avoid it. But there were other times when I was just getting so engrossed into the colouring of this piece, and with just getting so engrossed into how smooth and buttery these alcohol markers are, that I completely forgot all about that. And so it went over the lines and bled into the other colours, and obviously because this is a mandala piece, it's not quite ideal. But I did try my best most of the time to try and avoid that. But yeah, all in all, I absolutely love these markers. I love how they blend, I love how they work. I did actually do a piece before this video, just by myself. I'd already done the line art for it and everything, and so I was just colouring it in, and I love how it turned out. When I finish my sketchbook and I do a sketchbook tour, you'll get to see it then, but I didn't film myself doing it for this video, but I'm sorry if you wanted to see that, but yeah. If I do a sketchbook tour, or when I do a sketchbook tour I should say, you'll get to see it then, so don't worry. But yeah, now I'm just colouring in the blank spaces in this with some black, and I don't often include black in my mandalas, but sometimes I think they are necessary, or that it is necessary, to put black in my mandalas, just to make the other colours pop, to add some contrast. Sometimes it's necessary. But yeah, those are really my thoughts on these alcohol markers. Really, I love them so much. And oh, the brush nibs. Oh my god, they're so good. I missed brush nibs so much. It has been years since I've used a marker with a brush nib. Actual years. And I yearned for it. Honestly, I did. I yearned for it. But yeah, they have brush nibs and it's amazing. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the alcohol markers. There are a lot of art brands I would love to buy from one day, or use their products. I've always been curious about Ardex, their paint markers, because they're quite popular, and I'm quite curious about them, but I opted not to buy those because I'm not really someone who uses paint markers very often. But I knew that I would love to use these alcohol markers, so I bought those instead. And because I spent a lot of money on this purchase, it actually came with a random free gift, which was amazing. I wasn't expecting it at all. But when I was checking out online, it was includes a random free gift. And so I was like, oh, what the hell? That's so cool. And I didn't know what it was, but when I picked up the package and I opened it, It was another pack of like 48 more alcohol markers, which is absolutely insane. I was not expecting that at all. I was expecting, you know, something like, I don't know, like, you know how people like, when they sell art, like they include like stickers or something that you didn't buy, like just free stickers with the product you bought. I was expecting something simple and small like that, but no, they sent me 48 more alcohol markers. I assume maybe that the warehouse that I got it from was just like overstocked or something and couldn't sell it. I don't know. That I don't know. But I'm really happy regardless. And yeah, all in all, I've just had a great experience buying from Ohuhu and using their products. I think their alcohol markers are absolutely amazing and beautiful and work wondrously, and they are so smooth. Now I do want to ask for forgiveness for my voice because it sounds a little bit croaky. I'm not sick or anything, I'm just really tired. I had a really big weekend. I worked on Friday night and then I went to Comic-Con on Saturday and with my friends, and we spent the whole day out in the city, and we went to a sushi train, and that was really fun. It was my first time. Oh my god, can't speak. It was my first time going to a sushi train in my entire life, and I had an absolute blast. It was like a dream come true. Genuinely like a dream come true. But yeah, anyway, so I did that on Saturday, and then I had to make my way home on Sunday, which was a long journey for me. And then on Sunday night I worked as well. And so yeah, I had a big weekend. And yeah, that was my weekend. Comic-Con was really fun. It was my first time going to Comic-Con actually, and I had a good time there as well. There were so many people there. I had to go outside a couple times just to like chill out for a bit. Because it was a little overwhelming, not gonna lie. But I did have a good time regardless. And I bought a couple of things which are really nice. I got a really cute necklace. It's like a half moon, and it's a really cute necklace. I would show you if I could, but unfortunately I can't right now. Because I haven't revealed my face yet, but maybe one day I will. But yeah. We're coming close to the end of this drawing. When I was doing it, I wasn't entirely happy with the color choices I made, but looking at the footage now, like when I was putting this video together and editing it together, I looked at it like in this sort of view and like taking a break from it, from like looking at other things for a while. I guess it made it look a lot better to me now, because I kind of like it now. Like, I think it looks a lot better now in retrospect, if that makes sense. Yeah, this marker I'm using now, Chili Red, oh, it is so good. It is, I reckon it's one of my favorite Ohuhu markers out of the whole set, honestly. It's really good. I'm really happy actually with how I matched up the reds on this piece. I think they look really good together. Yeah. But yeah, just wanted to reiterate again that I am not sponsored by Ohuhu, not at all. I just wanted to make a video about me getting these markers because I love them so much and I wanted to share it with you. But yeah, this is the end of this piece, and thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.